Social media is a strange animal. I love it and I hate it at the same time. I grew up obviously without social media. Wow, I remember when we got our first TV set, black and white, of course. I remember when my grandparents got a color TV set. That was a pretty amazing thing. I remember when I saw the first handheld calculator. It wasn't too small, but we couldn't believe that you could hold a calculator in your hand. That was amazing. And I remember when my school got electric typewriters. Wow, that was something. An electric typewriter. Can you imagine? That's how old I am. So you can imagine also that social media has been awesome for me. I'm still amazed by it. A lot of you grew up with it. I'm still amazed. I'm still amazed what it can do. And I'm still amazed that I can do this podcast and, well, I have 80,000 friends on Facebook and, that thousands of people will see it every day. Amazing to me. And not only Facebook, but YouTube and Twitter and et cetera, et cetera. So it's incredible to me that thousands and thousands of people can watch me as I sit here in my office. Amazing, isn't it? So all of that to say, social media also brings out the worst and the best in us. And there are some, well, I call them keyboard warriors, who have decided that it's their job to bully people into the Christian faith. Let's talk about that for a minute. I get all kinds of comments every day, and I actually have people that help me with the comments too, because it isn't always an easy thing to control and keep up with, and there are people that write very hateful things. And we have a lot of Christian bullies on the internet. Let me describe what I mean. They're the people that feel like if they can just put you in your place, that you're somehow going to be better in your Christian life. Or they're going to feel better, maybe. I had a kind of a controversial one that I did yesterday, and partly I did it because I wanted to see how people would react. And it was interesting, the reactions. One guy made a really malicious comment. And not just one, but there were many of them, but one in particular, very malicious. He obviously hadn't even listened to the podcast. He reacted with my clickbait, which I used. Okay, I'm admitting it, but I wanted people to listen to it. So he reacted to that, and then when I said, you should listen to the podcast because the things you have a problem with is what I said in the podcast. And he wrote back, I'm not listening to it. And then somebody else chimed in and talked to him, and then his last statement to me was goodbye. And he was no longer my friend on Facebook. Interesting. And there are people like that all the time. There are people right now that I'm this far from banning because they keep doing that. The Christian bullies, you don't agree with me, so I'll bully you until you do. Or I'll keep correcting you until you do because I'm right and you're wrong. And we have this whole, I'd love to call them discussions, but they're really not even that. They're malicious. They're bullies. They're Christian bullies. And folks, this is not what God intended us to do. When Jesus asked us to love each other unconditionally, that's a pretty big deal. It is also the hardest thing to do, because I don't like some of you very much. I love you, but there are some people, man, that are hard to like just because of the way they are, the way they rub you the wrong way. I've been stabbed in the back by so many people, and it's hard to like them after that. You know what I'm saying? And yet, Christ told me I needed to. That I needed to use his unconditional love to get past the barriers. Well, there are people I don't agree with on a lot of things. A lot of things. There are people that work here on my staff that I don't fully agree with. It's okay with me. We don't have to agree on every little point of doctrine, and we can agree to disagree and be close, close friends. That's awesome, isn't it? You see, it isn't about correctness. It's about unity in the body of Christ. It's about the way that I love you with unconditional love, with Christ's love. It's about how I begin the process of using His love with the people around me. That's what makes the difference. And by the way, when you're doing that, it's kind of hard to be a Christian bully. God bless you. Have a great day.